Welcome back to this abomination. So now we're doing the trials. Go ahead, too.
This is where the trials are held. When all three of the stone pillars around you are alight, the path to the old castle shall open.
I have a
completely
question.
forgot what voice I did to this character, so sorry.
Yeah, that voice works. I have a question. Why can't Tails just fly us up there? Keep that in mind for me.
Why can't we use the tornado?
The first trial,
That too.
This will test your mind.
Test your mind.
Are you ready?
Spoilers, it won't.
Okay. Believe it or not, the names of these tests should have been switched, especially with some that happened in another character's playthrough.
Oh, Jova, you mean that these games should have a Switch
I'm wondering if there was a mistranslation.
No.
Sonic 06 for Switch.
It's not just that, Pedro. Like,
Your intelligence will be tested. Get to the goal by following the warp gates.
I wouldn't chalk it up to a mistranslation, Pedro, because literally some of these challenges actually fit the names of challenges different. Like, let's just say there's a challenge that actually would be the test of intelligence. What's this test of intelligence, though?
Alright, everybody, let me explain how this works. Fuck the guy for saying, oh, this is a test of your mind. No, there's no actual logic to this test. You're just trying random portals until you find out the exact pattern that the game wants you to take.
Process of elimination.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Process of elimination. Again, as you guys know me, I hate when games try to post something like this as a fucking puzzle or a test of knowledge or whatever they're calling it. It's not. There's no logic to this. It's nothing but a fucking process of elimination. This is fucking brain dead.
And this is the weird thing. There's actually a different challenge. I don't even know if it's in Sonic's story. There's another character who has a story that involves 3 trials, and one of those trials is definitely something that's more the intelligence. And then there's something called later the trial of strength, which doesn't really fit it, but again, there's another trial that's more fitting for the trial of strength. It's like, I'm wondering, did they just get the challenge names mixed up?
Hey
Also,
guys.
it didn't send you far away, Sonic. It sent you up a tree.
Hey guys, did you know touching a warp hole sent you away in a flash? I don't think I got that. Let me hear that again.
Also, I think it's the one
Sonic 4, that's just the thing she wrote. I don't
Oh, no, it's not.
know. Maybe if the game gave me some kind of riddle so I can, try to decipher something, use my fucking brain. Even Lautrec had better riddles than this. But anyway, what I was saying was, this is like in Sonic 4 Episode 1 with that stupid torch puzzle.
Well, I mean, at least with the torch puzzle, I at least know how it works. You have to light the torches a specific way in order to get them to work with some variations on it.
Well, yeah, exactly, Joe. But just like you have to go through the specific pattern of these puzzles. But again, the game never explains to you like any kind of logic you have to decipher or anything.
Well, in Sonic 4 Episode 1...
I have no idea how I solved that.
Yeah.
Also, the camera was having none of that.
Yeah. The way you solved that challenge right there, Pedro, that was simple. Randomness. As any intelligence clearly is based on randomness. What the hell?
Are you sure about that, asshole? Have I now?
Oh, bullshit. That did not take you a minute.
Just made it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Actually, it did, Whips.
Remember, Dibs.
Just memorize the pattern and do it.
Remember, Dibs. The game counts you speaking to people as part of the time wasted on this.
Ugh.
So basically, if you want to actually read those, that's time wasted.
Go ahead.
The second trial is the Tower of Courage. This will test the strength of your heart. There's actually a trial called the Trial of Heart later on, just saying. Are you ready? Let us begin the second trial. Like, seriously, why is this testing the strength of our heart? Like, wouldn't the
Because this game is stupid.
And what is the test of courage?
They're testing how much we can actually have.
Okay! You thought test of intelligence was bad? Your courage will be tested here. Fight the enemies in this life or death battle.
Sonic does this all the time. How is it?
Essentially...
actually, Webs, here's what it means.
You're fighting without rings.
Yeah, you have to fight all this horde of enemies with 0 rings. So you're probably wondering this.
So what? He did this in the 8-bit games.
He's done it in practically any game when you don't have rings.
Since there are no rings in this mission, that means, of course, that the S rank is entirely hinged on time bonus. That's okay, though, because I have the red gem. Just hold the fucking R trigger, and there you go. S rank guaranteed, because the timer will slow down to a fucking crawl.
Here's the problem, though. You know how enemies fall apart when you beat them? Yeah, their bits can actually hurt you in this trial.
They can? That never happened to me.
It's happened. It happens a lot, where sometimes...
But is it intentional or is it a bug?
Well, here's the thing. It's a matter of the Havoc's physics engine not being used the best, because Havoc physics engine was all about, oh, they'll fall like ragdolls, or their little bits will be left behind. The problem
that
is
was
that
the original intent of the original director.
here's the problem. The game was not programmed well enough, so sometimes bits left over by enemies, in fact, it's even happened to you in this playthrough before, where even though you defeated enemies, their bits that are left flying can still hurt you if you run into them.
Oh yeah, another thing. Can I talk about how fucking useless the minimap is? I mean, it shows where the enemies are, but there's no layout to anything. And trust me, when you get into Soyana, this becomes another big issue. The minimap sucks dick. And there's
I
no
never
map.
used a map while playing this game for anything ever.
It sucks major fucking dick. It's like the minimap in Blue Dragon. Like, ugh.
Well, that was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb. Exactly. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Well, actually, I meant to say that's dumb. But
Proving your courage.
I
Move on to the last challenge.
Are you sure about that?
I accidentally said this was dumb.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I guess maybe you could argue that going into a
There
life
you go.
or death
That's rank.
battle does technically test your courage. It's an
That's
incredible.
stupidity.
Actually, Sonic, no, it wasn't that incredible. All I had to do was hold the R trigger.
I'm sorry, Pedro, but I'm contractually obligated to say that whenever I get an S rank.
I guess.
You didn't say that in Unleashed.
All right, everybody.
Well,
here's
that's
the
because
most
I have
stupid,
better
thankless
dialogue than
trial
these.
ever.
Here we go.
The trial of...
Let me do this one. The final trial is the trial of love. This may be the most difficult trial for you.
Why?
Never do
Because
that again.
this is the
Are you
trial
ready?
of...
Let us begin the final trial.
Okay,
man.
folks, you will not believe...
Lucy in the sky.
Anyone who's not seen this trial will not believe what's about to become... Come on. Okay, fine, sure I spoiled it. This is literally the trial of shipping.
That challenge is about love.
And I ship neither of these.
Like, I ship Sonic with
Your last
Blaze.
battle may be the hardest one you've ever.
Yes, we know.
But
You
Blaze
just
isn't-
say it.
You must lose something in order to gain something.
You make him sound like High Godo.
Whenever I
There
get to
may
this,
be moments like this.
much like some call me Johnny, whenever I get to this trial, I always pick Amy Rose since it's the most sensible choice of the two.
I don't know. I
really?
mean, here's the problem. This was Amy Rose after Sonic Heroes, so a lot of people do not pick her.
I'll
Because...
still take that over the alternative, though. Anyway, let's see what happens if I pick Amy.
You'll choose me, won't you, Sonic? I'll be waiting over to the right.
Okay, let's see what
So,
Amy says.
So, are these like just physical,
Sonic,
beings of his imagination?
Yeah. Run away.
Hold on. Oh, okay.
What are you doing here? How did you get
Amy, really
Awesome.
the one.
Also, I love how the moment you pick Amy, she literally says, and I quote, "Sonic, you came."
Sonic, you came!
Game.
I see.
No.
You chose your... Oh, God!
No.
Believe it
Chosen
or
your
not, that is
lifetime love.
No!
Your choice, I respect.
Thanks for planting that image in my mind.
Wait,
Game.
what? Wait a minute. What? Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being a long-time love buster.
Well, too bad. Now, you got a day at 8 o'clock tonight, man.
And there you go, everybody.
Also,
The easiest S rank in the history.
Oh,
well,
God.
actually,
I've got a date with Amy at 8 o'clock tonight, what I wouldn't give to get sucked into a storybook right before it.
Game anyway.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So yeah, that's what happens if you, if you pick Amy. However, I'm going through the power of editing in a moment. We're going to see exactly how. But first, hold on.
You have done well. Now let that eagle carry.
You
No,
know,
thank you.
thinking logically about this.
No, don't pick Elise. Don't pick Elise.
For anyone...
No.
Oh, you know what? Whatever. At this point, I really don't care because at this point, Amy was practically terrible, and at least they had.
I think now we get to hear the line. I
I'll be
think.
waiting over to the right. Sonic, you came!
No, game. No.
Sonic, I knew you would come.
Oh,
Oh, fuck you.
fine. I guess we'll go with come.
Is Elise really the one, man?
You know what? Yes, because I know I can ditch Elisa.
So what does he say if we pick Elise?
Great. Shall I call
Let's
Dr.
see.
Eggman and have him cover a kidnapped? That's your answer. I won't comment on the princess. It takes courage to choose one who carries the weight of the nation on their
Truly.
shoulders.
He is done. He is.
This guy gets it.
With that conviction, you will overcome the obstacles. that
Okay,
lie.
okay,
The
okay.
game actively wants
See?
Sergeant.
See, this is another reason why I pick Elise, because it's like the game subtly hinting, girl, weird ass fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing, Joe. I don't want to be
Joe,
called a
Joe,
weird ass
yeah.
fuck by a video game.
Well,
Also, for those who don't know, there is a mod that replaces
Ladies and gentlemen,
me and Elise
prepare
with
yourselves.
Eggman and Tails.
oh god, yes.
And Tails was here the whole
Tails! You could have carried us up there!
You lazy son of a bitch.
Tails, I only have one question to ask.
Do you want to
Where
have
is
a bad
Sonic?
time?
What the hell, you two-timing
Cutscene.
tailed fox?
I was just lazy.
Oh no! I've only killed like 100 of these at this point.
Oh.
Oh, hi, Silver.
What are you doing here now?
And hey, you know,
Oh yeah, why is Silver helping Sonic? Gee, I guess we'll have to play Silver's story to find out.
Like you're in
I
a
don't
hurry.
want to.
So, what's
So, Sonic, you
Yeah,
have no
what the heck
problem with the
is-
fact that the hedgehog who tried to kill you
Hold on.
twice
to be fair,
is now in front of.
to be fair, he did just ask, so, what's going on? Basically,
Yeah,
instead
but,
Silver gave an abridged version saying, circumstances have changed.
But that's it. Sonic just immediately trusts him with no reservations.
To be
That's the
fair,
thing, Pedro,
Gullible-
that's the thing, Pedro.
Forget
At this
Knuckles.
point-
Sonic is the gullible idiot.
Not that, Pedro. At this point, what does Sonic knows about
You're not
Silver?
time for what?
remember, Dwibs,
Sonic
the egg
doesn't know
carrier
anything
is
about
about to
Silver.
crash.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think that opening line is bad, Liz? Wait till I'm gonna have a lot to say about the opening line of Silver's Kingdom Valley. But
And
we'll
I-
get-
Well, what was Silver trying to do earlier?
Care
Tickle
about his
Sonic.
intentions at all.
And I guess to...
I got sorry. What did Silver mean by that? We don't have time. We don't have time for what? What was Silver trying to do? Tickle Sonic or something?
Because the egg carrier is about to crash.
Alright, everybody. What we're watching right now is, of course, the finished version of Kingdom Valley. So as you can see, it's very similar to the public demo on Xbox Live that I showed off in Part 0.
And of course, like Crisis City, this is one of the better levels in the game.
Yeah.
Max speed zone aside. But
Well,
anyway,
you can say that about anyone.
regardless of that though, the big problem I have, again, compared to the demo is, again, they removed the ability to just light dash at any ring, like in Sonic Adventure 2, and I really have to wonder why. I mean, what was wrong with the Sonic Adventure 2 method of light dashing?
Simple. They didn't have time to program in all the rings to be able to do it.
The only real problems on Sonic Adventure 2 method has is that it should have mapped the light dash to a different button to prevent mishap like it happens in Sonic Adventure 2 sometimes.
It's a simple answer, Pedro. They didn't take the time and effort to make it so that all the ring lines were programmed to be able to do it.
More like they didn't have this.
You know what's the sad part, Jova? Even in the demo that we played in Part 0, the light dash is still mapped to the same button as the bounce attack. You'd think by Sonic 06 they would have realized that they should have mapped it to a different button like they did in Unleashed, but no.
And even Unleashed had an issue of mapping the boost button to the homing. Oh wait, no, I mean
True,
the
true,
air
but I'm talking
dash to the
specific-
boost. I mean,
True, but I was talking specifically about the light dash thing. Like, you'd think by Sonic 06 they would have realized that they should change this.
Right, one weird detail that this game includes is that depending on how fast you hit the checkpoint,
There you go. If you miss the rainbow ring, just use the bounce break.
anyway, yeah.
as I was saying, one weird thing in this from this game on, depending on how fast you hit the checkpoint, the gate doors spin fast.
But bullshit.
Pedro,
I only think an enemy and got hurt.
Pedro, I'm
Go ahead.
surprised you haven't shown off the purple gem yet.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, that's right. You can only get it at that certain point, and you're doing this.
You're forgetting that the purple gem is not only the most expensive, but also you can only get it after a certain point.
Well, I mean, weird though.
Don't worry, Job. I will see the purple.
Oh, I know. I know it's coming, but it's weird. I mean, Oh yeah, that's right. This is not a New Game Plus version. Because essentially, you actually can...
Well, technically kind of is because I edited my lives to be 99 and
Oh,
my store rings to be maximum as well, so I don't have to...
I meant it in
bother
the
with
sense that
shit.
it's not a New Game Plus version in the sense that you didn't do what players can do. Like, you can actually just, start a new game, but with the assets you got. Like,
Where did
essentially...
that eagle even come from?
Like, go by this.
I have no idea.
Sure.
The sky.
Essentially, there is a gem that allows you to do a wind attack, which is incredibly helpful for mopping the floor with silver as Sonic. But you can only get that later. But I think you can actually start a new game file with that.
And now we're
speaking
controlling
of silver,
silver.
I have to play as Silver. I don't want to. Anyway, here's how Silver works.
he was faster in the demo. Why is he slower here?
I don't know.
He can bend the bars, that's awesome, but he can't bend the bars elsewhere. He can lift up these spike balls, yet he can't lift up a freaking puzzle ball to put into a hole.
This section in Kingdom Valley with
Jova,
silver
in
is
its time.
terrible.
Don't worry, Jova. In due time. In due time.
And
Anyway,
unfortunately, his energy meter actually does deplete.
Let me put it like
Yeah.
this. Silver is, to me, one of the worst cases. Take a character who is obviously shown to be overpowered in the cutscenes or when you're fighting against them, have it be shown that they can do all these abilities.
That's actually the better way to use it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the problem is that it's not the way it was intended.
let me explain. The basic way of it's kind of similar to Omega's overing. Basically, if instead of holding the A button to hover, you mash it, you will actually the meter will deplete actually slower than just holding, meaning you can cover greater distances if you just mash it.
But it looks ridiculous. It's like Silver thinks he's a bird.
Hey, it
Okay,
makes my if
okay.
it makes my work easier, I'll take it.
Also, that's slowdown. Okay,
Agree,
Dweebs.
agree.
Okay, Dweebs, you wanted to not look serious?
Great.
Then,
Hold
okay.
on, Jova. This is something that can get really annoying. Every time Silver grabs an item box, he always goes, great!
Anyway, what are you saying, Jonah?
Okay, dudes, let's see you try and play it legit because, okay, I dare you to try and play through Silver's whole playthrough without doing the flapping your wings thing. Like, trust me, Pokey Captain tried, and he suffered.
Yeah, for a second there, Jonah, I thought you were gonna say, you try flapping your wings a gap in real life.
Well, apparently that
Anyway,
was
Silver's
Spanish.
abilities includes... Okay, that mark there, here's what happens. Hold the R trigger when you get there, and something will happen that will allow you to move on. Other abilities of Silver include holding the R trigger to grab something and then press the X button or square button to play on the PS3 to throw. And like I said, you can hover if you jump and hold A/X. However, like I said, just mash it.
My problem with Silver is essentially, hey, there's some abilities you should clearly be able to do, but you can't for some reason.
Well, Joe, but that's the thing. It's once again the eternal thing that me and Teo keep finding. The AI gets all the cool toys, and yet we the players get jack shit.
Now, okay, to be fair, you can technically do that grab ability during the boss fight with Sonic or Shadow, but it's really tough to do, and I guess, oh, here's the thing also. There is a racing mode in this game. Now, you could play as Sonic or Shadow, or you could try being Silver, who is still slow as molasses. Now, here's the thing. Silver is risky in that if you can actually...
Suddenly Sonic.
Here's the thing, too. You actually can get it that during a race, if you can get it just right, you can have Silver hold his opponent forever in a psychokinesis state while he goes onto the finish line. But if you can't get that move down, you're gonna be left behind.
Is Max Speed coming up next?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
Oh boy.
No, I think there's another. No, never mind.
Oh, by the way, after this stage is over, I'm gonna have a bit of a rant because one of the most stupid scenes is coming up.
Not the stupidest in my opinion, but sure.
No,
Oh yeah,
no,
that's
no.
right. We're still
One of the stupidest things.
Those enemies
Sure.
Can you miss that window?
for some reason.
No,
Yes,
it's
you can actually if you try to do it.
Oh really? I never tried it.
Again, Pedro, that's just this game. It was so terribly programmed that the glitches are inconsistent from copy to copy.
Yeah, I've already
Slow down!
Break, Jesus, man.
Well, yeah, I've already proven in the previous part that the scripted events in this game can fuck up.
Damn, I gotta say, this particular day in November 2006 was pretty bad when it comes to, when it linked Sonic with slowdown.
Oh yeah, that's right. Genesis.
Notice how I'm using the red gem to slow down the timer.
Don't you see, guys? It's a throwback to Sonic Labyrinth.
Totally.
I'm going to start considering Genesis is worse than 06.
Oh, trust me, I agree. I hate Genesis
Well, it
more
is.
than 06.
Good. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees, though.
I mean,
It depends on the mindset you take. Some people say, oh, it's just a port, therefore it's not as bad. I'm like, no.
yeah, honestly, Sonic 06 feels more sturdy than Sonic Genesis. That's saying something.
Well, Sonic Genesis was developed over the course of a month.
Jesus.
That's big. It felt like it was made in like.
Thanks for the better version, Stel.
It took like 10 years, but still.
No, dude. Stealth
Not talking
actually
about that
literally
for the
made
official
a
part.
mod of Genesis that will
Yeah,
just
yeah,
out.
Stealth made-
GBA's concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
To prove that it was not the GBA's limitations. It was just Sega being terrible.
lazy and
Remember that random group?
Ah. Hey,
That seems like to be the running thing with Sega nowadays. A group of random people do better than them.
Well, except unless it's Sonic Genesis.
Sonic. Well, who exactly ported Sonic to the GBA?
It's unclear. Some said it was Sonic Team. Some said it was just a random group of Australian people. Some say it's one guy.
and then there were
I don't know, but I do know whoever made it sucks at their job.
and Fireware are pretty terrible when it comes to Sonic.
Whoever thought it was a good idea to try to put Sonic 1 in the Sonic Advance 1 engine.
Never mind that.
Because engine, there's such a thing as engine incompatibility, guys.
Honestly,
Never mind
hey,
that. It was 2006. The DS was out at this point. I've tried the Game Boy
It's been out
Advance.
for a year.
and also, Pedro, as Stealth showed, engine incompatibility had nothing to do with it. Like,
Jova, here's the thing. Stealth's prototype doesn't use the Sonic Advance 1 engine. It's just a straight port of the original ROM. It's not.
I know the DS had those GBA card slots that you could use, but still, 2006, the DS was out for 2 years by that point.
That's the
See,
thing.
Joe, according
Hold on,
to the
hold on.
Sonic
Let me
Retro
finish.
people-
Let me finish. Though. That's the thing, though. Yes, that's the version everyone remembers. But he also did another version where he made basically minuscule changes to the original version. Well, and by original I mean the one with the Advanced 1 engine. It wasn't as good as say the one where he just actively ported it. He actually did one where he actually tinkered with a few things with the Advanced 1 engine, and that got it running relatively fine because Advanced 1 essentially.
available on Sonic Retro. I don't think I've seen it.
It was ages ago. That one's not available anymore. The point though is like, oh, Sonic Advance could very well do Genesis. I mean, heck, that's what Sonic Advance is remembered for. It's essentially Genesis, but on the Game Boy. Well, you know, and physics-wise. I mean, it's literally the same physics here and there, with just a souped-up spin dash. Like, I mean, you could literally craft out Sonic 1 using the Advanced 1 engine.
The problem is that engine was not designed with porting an old game in mind, so
They probably
whole
just
point
used
was a
the
bad
engine
idea at
as
the beginning.
is and paused it.
They should have just emulated it and that's it. Anyway,
I really
yeah.
like Kingdom Valley's themes. They're not the most outstanding themes in the soundtrack, but I do like them.
They would.
They're fine, but I prefer Crisis City and
Yeah.
Let's see, the ones I like best are definitely Crisis City, I like Flame 4, and by that I mean the actual volcano track, not the one where we're inside the volcano.
Outside.
Yeah,
I like listening to
Yeah.
Enter
I
the
also enjoy
World in
Wild
Full.
Acropolis.
yeah, you know, that's weird. You'd think that when we go deeper into the
Now
volcano,
we're
the
having the
theme would
Max
be
Big
more
section, I
intense.
think.
But
All right,
instead,
here we
when you
go.
go inside the volcano, it's way calmer.
I hate this Mox Speed Zone for one particular
great, all of
specific.
This is the easiest one, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought,
To me, I still prefer the Radical Train one over this one. But anyway, because of one particular moment. Also, here we go. Here's again, on the fucking early build, there was an animation thing. Sonic just, that awkward animation thing. Okay, not this part, hold on. There's gonna be a part later on that's always confused me back in the day because the layout is because the overall way that it looks is so confusing.
I will
Here
say
we go.
moving up the waterfall back onto that corkscrew was always finicky.
We're about to come here. There you go, this part here. As
we're-
back in the
we're-
day, I could never tell exactly where I was supposed to go this way because it's so confusing. Look at this. This is, look at this. I had no idea where I was. So I always eventually fell off because I didn't know that I was supposed to be here in this
Look out!
specific
You're
part.
gonna. Oh, never mind.
See, there you
you're
go.
fine.
And I still almost veered off. See, the thing is, it's so fucking confusing, that part. Fuck that shit.
But hey, it looks like it's just open road from here now.
And
You know,
And then Sonic bashed his face into the.
that actually can happen, believe it or not.
unfortunately, that took way too long and didn't get
Yeah,
anything.
I can
done.
imagine
In wave
Sonic
motion,
going
you can
fast.
faceplant.
Sonic goes fast, reaches the goal, but he bangs his face into the door. Yeah, I make. Oh.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself
that
for
was
where the
boring.
story
Move on.
starts to really get stupid.
All right then.
Like it wasn't
Like it
stupid.
wasn't all already. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Oh my god, this scene.
Suddenly the ship starts malfunctioning.
For no reason.
What's this?
Unless Eggman's a really
Why is this
Which he's not
happening?
supposed to.
No.
Let me ask
Yeah!
that question, Java. Isn't it even implied remotely that maybe it was Mephiles doing?
Actually, Tio, it's hinted that. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that for a later scene, but it's hinted at what was going on.
So, well, hey, guys! Since Elise
Hmm.
didn't cry, Mephiles didn't come out. Therefore, the game's over. Safe.
Actually, Dwibs, apparently Iblis can come out if she dies, too, because remember, during the scene
But
in
he
Crisis...
said cry.
Remember, Dwibs, in the scene where Tails was checking out the computer, apparently the disaster happened the day Elise died.
Okay.
Dying makes you. Well, I can understand.
Except we're about to find out that that newspaper was bull because...
Great delivery, Jason.
Oh, hey,
Also,
Blaze.
Sonic, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Remember, if Elise dies... No, wait, he doesn't know that.
And also, Blaze, go back to your better games, please.
Go back to Sonic Rush.
Ever notice
You're
how...
my favorite. Why are you here?
Again, look,
Because-
Blaze, I ship you with Sonic,
still a
but
way
you're
to
not one of the
change
shipping
this.
options, so what are you even doing here?
Because she's being shipped with someone else this time.
If we
Screw
return
that.
to an earlier point in time,
Screw anyone who references that.
we'll be able to save her.
References what? Sorry.
Like, let me put it like this, look. It's not just that I prefer Sonics over Sylvains, it's like, well, when you get down to
I
it,
understand.
Blaze is never even regarded by anyone other than Silver and Mephiles. Like,
You know, Emerald's up the ass.
seriously, notice how Sonic never even says, oh, hey, Blaze. It's like, no mention of Blaze whatsoever. It's like,
Remember, this was meant to be a reboot.
Yeah, she's literally just there.
but that's
on
the thing, he
sideline.
doesn't even regard her showing
now,
up.
And now Sonic actually knows how to use Chaos Control
no,
and
it's just-
for time
it's-
travel.
That's
To
the
be
bit where
fair,
Jason
Tio, he
sacrificed
technically
the-
did use a Chaos Emerald for that in
can handle
Adventure
this
2.
myself.
Now here's where it really gets
Besides,
stupid.
you've got
Silver
somewhere to
is
go,
from the
right?
future, trying to help save the past from, Iblis being
I'll
freed.
sure change
So what's he
Elise's
gonna
fate.
do? He's gonna go back to his own
That
time.
in
Well,
turn
Sonic urges him to
should
go back to
change
his
your
own time because, God forbid, Sonic might need help saving the future. But no!
Yeah.
Thank you,
They can
Silver.
time travel at
Yeah.
will. Why can't he just go?
Like,
Well,
seriously.
they are now. It's just, well, you can do it anywhere else.
Also, I'm giving a bit away, but turns out when Silver goes back to his future, turns out nothing was fixed. So, you morons, you utter morons, like, you do realize that you need to change the past to change the future.
Unless
Not
we're
as
operating.
13 as everything.
Also-
Unless we're operating on multiverse theory and they just don't know.
Also, let me talk about this. He just transported himself back in time, hours before Eggman's ship is about to take off. Let me remind you, we used these same Chaos Emeralds to travel back in time, like, a whole buttload of time. Why couldn't we go back to, I don't know, the night before Eggman attacks, like, warn the entire city, hey,
That would be smart.
this
Trevor.
giant
like-
egg-shaped bout of water is about to come and attack your city. Maybe you should go to a safe house while I and my friends go handle him.
It's like in Terminator Genesis where they transport to just hours before Skynet takes over the world.
But don't worry, folks, there is a character even more stupid than that, but this is where I started to rage.
Joyful.
Grr.
Alright, see you for the next part.
See you then.
See ya.